Okay. The reason why these people throw off your senses and throw off your common sense, these are common senses, just your hearing, your tasting, your eyesight, just the basic five senses, is to sit up there and not have you be able to identify who or what it was attacking or assaulting your body. So, some of the things that I go through with vision compromise, I go through my eyesight changing. No matter how I go get glasses, it's not gonna make a difference. Um, I go through smell changes. Okay, I don't care how much I clean up my house, it still smells stink sometimes. I don't care how much you sweep, I don't care how much you mop. I go through feeling senses. Like, okay, I can't, like, sometimes you feel like you bathe. Like, let's say you're bathing, you may feel water, sometimes you may not. This is some things that people go through. Um, so you have to be careful because sometimes you may think you're bathing and you're not bathing because your senses are thrown off because they have done mind probing through your brain. So you think that, okay, well, hey, I'm bathing or whatever. You're not. So sometimes you have to go, and I'm gonna tell you something. They would do this in communities all the time. If the water level was low, they'll turn the water off in the community. You don't even know the water turned off because you won't have a way of feeling the water on your skin and stuff like that. It's just making you look, mentally unstable. This is also a form of human trafficking. So don't ever let them deceive you and say that this isn't human trafficking. This is human trafficking to the utmost degree. And I'm gonna be real with you. Most of the time, how they get away with this stuff is you are a corpse. You are emotionless, in a vegetative state. You're conscious, but you're in a subconscious state. And you are considered a corpse, or what one would call a cadaver. A cadaver isn't dead, it's alive, but it is described as being dead. So a lot of our people are cadavers. So you able to form a corporation and everything. When we talk about vision compromise, the vision compromise is more like a simulation type thing. So you're going into simulation type situations, like almost completely. They spell my name. Let me tell you something. They spell my name multiple different ways. If they spell the last part of my name, it's Keta, right? If they spell it Keta, that means I'm all the way in simulation. If they spell it Kita, that means I only have the I. If they spell it Kata, that means I'm predatorial. If they spell it Kota, that means this is going on universal. If they spell it Kuta, it means something totally different. You are you. So know what you're dealing with when I'm dealing with my vowels and stuff like that. I have to know what's what or whatever, or if the simulation is you. You have power, you have control of that simulation area. You are you at this KUTA. But a lot of people don't know what we're going through. So half of this is leading to human trafficking. Half of it leading to sexual assault, rape situations, and they continue to do this from generation to generation to generation until you stop the generational curse. And the only way to stop it is to defeat it with God. So what they do, they put you in places like this and begin to mind probe, and you go up under sexual attack, predatorial attacks, all kinds of different stuff to throw you off your mind. like throw you out your mind, just have you completely crazy. And they do this intentionally to you. It's intentional harm. Don't ever let them lie to you and say that they care about you. They do not care for you. They don't want to go through it themselves, so they intentionally do it. And they hide and cover up people that let them know that, hey, I can come get you anytime and put you in the same situation. So most of the people that's doing this to you are victims themselves. And you'll come to realize that too. And they're very aggressive and angry with you and try to be all authoritative with you and try to abuse you all the time. It's because they have no authority themselves. And that's just as real as it gets. Like, they never been in a management position. You can tell people who have been managers because they're more laid back and they command a lead. But some people who have never been in management or have been in these type of situation, they always trying to force something, always trying to have control over something and stuff, and just instead of letting regular stuff just flow and do what it's supposed to do, they don't know how to shut up. That's another thing too. You're gonna constantly hear noise all day, all day, all day. A lot of this stuff, like, you're hearing them say that you're mentally unstable. You're not mentally unstable. Half of this stuff is brought on by them messing with your senses, like your smell, your taste, and all kinds of stuff like that. Another thing, they're trying to compel you. So they're using devices trying to force you to do what they want you to do. And what usually how they usually check to see if you're all the way out of it, they'll ask you to do something that nobody else would do, like eat feces. You'll never eat feces ever. Some And if you're not the type to do that, and they call themselves pissed off mad, like with me, they shove it down your throat. Like, they'll push that mess in your mouth, the vaginal area. You ain't into hoism. You sitting here, well, you sitting in your subconscious, just working, going to work, come home, minding your business or whatever the case may be, doing what you got to do, serving God. They get mad, so they start trying to rape you off, trying to put their vagina in your mouth and their penile area in your mouth and stuff like that, just being just disgusting. And they do this because they hating on you. I'm not a part of that stuff. I'm not trying to be a part of it, but that's something that we go through. Another thing, a lot of the people that think that they gay ain't gay. Um, they rape those people. They rape them the same way they rape me. Women and men rape me. They rape them and force them to be gay. A lot of them, not all of them, but a lot of them aren't even gay. The women or the men, they was forced, and to cover it up, like to cover up the rape situations that they did in these institutions, they made them have a mindset like, yeah, you gay, and erase the fact that they raped them until they turned like that. But truth be told, that's what it really is. Um, I don't care about exposing this mess, because to be totally honest with you, if somebody doesn't speak on what they do know or what information is given, you will never know. I'm gonna tell you something right now. I sit up here, I wash my face when I'm bathing, right? I'm gonna tell you something that I go through. This is how I know the cruelty is intentional. I'm sitting there, I'm washing my face. Now I got a fresh, clean soap, and I'm all my water is clean. Is I buy my own water from the water well. I don't even bathe with water from the shower, because I started breaking out in rashes all over my body, and it stopped after I started what's your name. So I don't even cook with the water from my faucet at all. I rarely ever cook with it. My mom is a religious person who believes in using it. I don't believe in using it because I started breaking out. You're not gonna tell me my skin just breaking out for no reason. I'm sorry. You can't keep lying like that. And then I started buying bottled water. and stuff. And I started noticing that my bottled water started getting stolen. Like they will steal water. Like seriously. Like I can tell the difference between tap water and faucet water. And constantly my water was being stolen. I'm like, but I'm here in the house. And then God began to open my eyes a little bit. And like you will see like they're shut down all the way like shutters. And then they started popping open, like you would start seeing them come up. And when they start coming up, I started like seeing that I wasn't even at home, but I'm going through the motions like I'm at home. Everything looked like I was at home, but I wasn't even at home. Um, it's like, man, if I was to actually tell y'all all the stuff that go down, y'all would probably think I'm crazy, man. It's so much that I divulge on here and stuff like that. Like I said, I don't be caring, because if I don't speak on the situation, by my stripes may ye be healed. I may not have the answers in this generation right here, but at least you know that it was going on in this generation, so that you can start seeking out and analyzing and finding solutions or whatever. I may not have the proper terminology for some of the attacks or things that's going on. I can tell you from personal experience, they have laws where if the body is not motionless and it's considered a corpse, that's a life sentence if you have sex with it, or you touch it, or you disrespect the remains of the corpses, because of the simple fact that I'm in a form of holiness. My religion is holiness. I lean more towards Christianity, but my religion is holiness, right? With me having a religion such as holiness, we believe in the resurrection. So we believe in the resurrection of Jesus Christ through the implementation of God's words. We believe that we will walk and live and breathe again. Even if we die today or tomorrow, that we will not stay dead, that we will live again. So these are rituals that we believe in. This is a consistency thing that we believe in. But we have adversaries, we have enemies that don't believe in Jesus, don't believe that they're going to walk and live again. You have people right now selling their soul to the devil. Do you know what really selling your soul to the devil is? Being put in this state and going up under attack constantly. And they agree to this to make money. But what they don't know is a certain number of souls that you have to give these people every year to actually maintain that. So they'll sacrifice all these innocent souls to these people. Talking about you want money, and to be honest with you, money has no value. Money has no value. It's only used because what really does have value, it was too bulky. It was too heavy. That's part of the reason why we use the credit card. You're not gonna walk around with $10 million on you. So what's the alternative? You're gonna use a credit card because 10 million is too bulky, and you can't get people to really understand that what you're really talking about is not really money. It's other things that is covered up under the trade system. But it's hard to explain it to them. They would never understand it. Like when you say money has no value, but this is what they selling their soul for. This is what they're doing this type of crap for, and they don't care. Another thing too, they like to steal money from people. Okay, government gives a certain amount of money to people every month. United States citizens every month get money. Ask the United States citizens how much money has actually reached their hands every month. 9 times out of 10, everybody be like, none. I ain't get no checks. I ain't get no money. I ain't get no nothing. What are you talking about? And there's a motive behind that, because most of the systems are controlled. Most of the governmental systems are controlled by tyrants at this point. They're higher up. They got to those positions, and they're not going to fix it. Certain stuff go to court. You're wondering why It's going to court and it's being dismissed. The reason why it's being dismissed is because they have the wrong people in office. Wrong people in office. And guess what? The moment they're I can honestly tell you they talk a good game, but they ain't really on what they be talking about. Oh, we're gonna save the people. We're gonna do this. They ain't trying to save us. They gonna let us die. Them people don't even stand for what they say they gonna stand for. Half of them. Now you got a good group, but some of 'em, they just there to sit up there and pass the time until it's time to sit up there and pay the Pied Piper. Know what you're dealing with.